When a nervous system is overwhelmed, it's not the time to correct or react. It's your cue to stay calm. Because when you don't escalate, you show her, you're safe. I see you. I'll hold this until you can. And that's where trust is built. So welcome. Welcome to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums of daughters aged 9 to 25 who are trying their best to figure out this whole, teenager thing without completely losing the plot. I'm Rach Friedley and I help mums just like you build stronger, more connected relationships with your daughter by understanding what's really going on beneath all those behaviours. You know the ones, the slam doors, the eye rolls and the screaming in your face moments. And as a mum myself, I 100% get how you're feeling and wonder if you're getting it all wrong. So today's episode is one of the most powerful and practical ones I can give you right now, because it's not just about saying the right thing in inverted commas, it's about creating the right conditions. So today we're going to talk about how to listen so she actually feels seen, heard and safe, what's going on in her body and brain when she shuts down or lashes out, and how not escalating, how you hold your energy, becomes the difference between conflict and connection. So let's dig in. Number 1, her reactions aren't personal, they're nervous system messages. So let's start here, because I know how triggering it can feel when she snaps at you, ignores you, or says something hurtful. But if you take those moments personally, then it escalates the situation. And actually, she's angry or she's triggered by whatever is going on in her world right now, not what's going on in yours. And her reactions aren't always conscious choices. In fact, more often than not, they're not. They're nervous system reactions. So when her brain senses pressure, criticism, or emotional intensity, her amygdala, ye olde emotional centre yet again, jumps in to protect her. That's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And it shuts down her prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that helps her explain, reflect, or take a breath. And as we already know, the prefrontal cortex is not fully online. It's covered in scaffolding. It doesn't come online until the mid-20s. So she's got a partly working prefrontal cortex and a fully working amygdala. It just leads to escalation, meltdown, everything else, all those behaviours you see on a day-by-day basis. So if she's slamming a door, going mute, or getting mouthy, what you're actually seeing is a body in survival mode. And that is natural. It's normal. It doesn't mean she needs a diagnosis. And here's where it gets crucial. What you do next matters more than what she says. Because when you escalate, you raise your voice, you match her emotion, you shut down in return, her body reads that as danger. And the shutdown gets stronger and the conflict gets louder. Sound familiar, anyone? It took me forever to figure this out, but you know what? It's a massive game changer. When you hold your ground and you stay regulated, you tell her, this doesn't scare me. I can handle your bigness. I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. Doesn't mean you have to be in the same room as her. If you feel it's getting unsafe, just say, I'm going to my safe space. You go to yours. And leave it at that. You shift the focus from her needing to calm down to you becoming the calm she can return to. You can always add the comment, I'll be here when you're ready. Then she knows you're not going anywhere. Because I don't know about you, but my reaction is to flee. My reaction is to get out of that situation as fast as I can. Number 2, listening starts in the body, not in the words. I mean, this might surprise you, but listening isn't just about ears and eye contact. It's about your energy. It's what your body is saying without saying a word. I mean, just remember when your teen or your daughter was a baby. Did they have words? No. Did you necessarily speak to them? Possibly not. But were you expecting to be heard? No. Were you expecting to be listened to? No. Were you expecting that they were going to do what you asked them to do as a baby? No. It's the same. So if you're holding your breath, clenching your jaw, or bracing for the worst, or expecting the worst, she'll feel it, even if you're smiling. Those electrical magnetic rhythms that go on around the globe, in the earth's energies around you and every person, she will feel it. It's that feeling you get when you walk into a room and you just go, ooh, don't like this feeling in here, I'm going to go back out again. You feel like you could cut the air with a knife. That's where that saying comes from. So when you slow your breath, you drop your shoulders, you soften your tone, her mirror neurons, which are the part of the brain wired for emotional attunement, pick that up. And slowly, her body gets the message. This is safe. I'm saying safe. This is how co-regulation works. It's not a parenting technique. It's a biological truth. And one of the simplest ways to engage it, a hug. Not a quick, you're good kind of hug, which lasts like 2 seconds, but a full body, still, no rush embrace. Hold her chest to chest, breathe together and only let go when she does. And if she's not open to that, sit close by. Let her nervous system borrow yours. And if you're going to say, she won't even let me sit anywhere near her, sit in the same room. Sit the other side of the door. She still picks up your heart rate variability through the door. She still picks up that energetic rhythm. And this is also where the heart rate variability comes in. When your body is calm and steady, her heart rate, her breath and her emotions match yours, which is what we want. It's not magic, it's measurable. But on that understanding, if you are angry, frustrated, fed up, everything else, she will pick up on it. So it's about managing your emotions, your feelings first, to calm them down, to breathe in love and connection, and that will help you to calm and regulate your own body. And then there's number 3. The real listening is what happens after you stay. So here's the moment that matters the most. When she realises you didn't react, you didn't run, you stayed, that's what makes her feel seen and valued. Not because you solved it, not because you fixed it, but because you were strong enough to witness it without needing to fix or defend. Because when she says something like, you don't get it, what she's often saying underneath is, please don't make this about you. Just hold space for me whilst I figure this out. And that's what I want to leave you with today. Listening, real listening, is about choosing not to make her dysregulation a reason for your own. It's saying, this is still her moment. I'll meet her with calm, not correction. So your tool for the week is a still body hug or breath match. So it's literally, it's a hug, is what I'm trying to say badly. So let's finish with something practical. Try one moment of regulation-led listening. When she's angry, upset, or shut down, soften your body. Drop the shoulders, unclench the jaw. Pause, take a breath. Breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. This brings the vagus nerve online. If she's open, offer a hug and don't let go until she does. If she's not, sit near her and match your breath to a calm rhythm. And if you've got a door between you, that's okay. Just sit the other side of the door. Even without words, this will still help her feel held. That her bigness doesn't push you away. And from that place, maybe, not always, but maybe, she'll talk. She will learn that you are there. You're not going anywhere. And that is massive for her. What she needs to know is that you will always have her back, whatever happens in her life. That even though her moods and her behaviours might act like they're pushing you away, actually, she wants you close. She wants you there beside her to keep her safe in moments of these when she's just feeling like she's flailing. She's feeling like one of those swans, serene on the surface, but underneath those little legs are paddling like billy-o. That's what is happening to her, and it's perfectly natural. So here's the big truth this week. You don't need to say the perfect thing. And this drives me nuts. The experts, parenting experts, talking about the perfect way to speak to your child. There is no perfect way. Every child is different. Every teenager is different. Every young person is different. Everyone is frigging different. We cannot have a one-size-fits-all approach. But by seeing what's going on beneath the surface, you can better connect to your daughter. And that is massive. And I've used this work with my own daughter. We fought like cat and dog. And I'm not saying this mildly. I would get hit. I would get slapped. She would get aggressive towards me. She'd slam doors in my face. And I would do what I've just talked about. I would run off. As I said, my go-to was to flee. I would go for a walk for 2 to 3 hours and then I'd come back, by which time she'd have barricaded me out of the house. So yeah, I get it. 100%. I've been where you are right now. So you just need to show her with your body, your breath and your presence that you're safe to come home to. That's what helps her feel seen, heard and valued, even when she doesn't have the words. So this week's challenge, don't escalate. Don't take it personally. And I'll go into this in another episode. Don't fix. Just breathe. Stay. Let her know with your body that you're here for the hard parts too. Have a safe space for you and for her. So if today's episode helped, please hit subscribe and leave a review. It means the world to me and helps me reach more mums like you. And if you want me to talk about other topics, there's something that's really kind of like you've got you by the throat, whatever the words are, and you're just like, I really need her to talk about this. Send me a DM. Send me a message via the podcast. It's a great way to connect with me. You can also download my free guide, WTF is going on. And by the way, WTF can mean those words, but it can also mean what's the feeling. For more insight into your daughter's behaviour, her hormones, her energy and her emotions. Come hang out in our brand new Facebook community for connection and tools. And follow me on Instagram at The Teen Whisperer. So both is at The Teen Whisperer for more daily calm in the chaos. So next week, we're talking about helping her to find her voice, especially when she's been people-pleasing or blending into the background. Until then, take a breath, soften your shoulders and remember, she doesn't need you to be perfect. In fact, imperfect parenting is the way forward. She just needs you to be present right now in this moment. And you've got this. And by the way, if you think your daughter would be interested to know what I have to say, I also have a girls podcast called You've Got This Girl. No, it's called Girl, You've Got This. Let's get it the right way around, shall we? Anyway, have a wonderful week and I will speak to you soon. I'll speak to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.